And now, before I went to bed, I decided within myself that I am going to see him again. That's a given. That's a done deal. No question. I didn't even question it. I just went to bed visualizing, now this is for the second time, visualizing the type of conversation that I would have, this type of, but I'm just like, this is a very unintentional manifestation. But would you look at it, And I turn my head and I see him, see me, see him. Hello, beautiful conscious creators. I hope that you have started your day with nothing short of health, wealth, peace, love, and light. As we explore healing and conscious creation together in this space, I hope that you remember to be kind and patient with yourself and your thoughts. Now, before I get into how I manifested Iman, I just want to say, manifesting specific people is easy because I could go into a whole host of reasons, but we're all connected in some form or the other. We are all very connected. So it is easy to call in people that align with who we are. It's easy to call people that can help us on our journey. Calling in people and manifesting specific people comes very naturally to the human spirit. Now, the only thing that creates resistance to calling in specific people is if we're putting them on a pedestal, is if we are looking at them with eyes that seem or perceive them as being mightier than thou. When we make them appear in our mind as someone that is just so on top of everything, instead of just humanizing them, instead of just saying, no, this person is another human being. That's when things start to go wrong with calling people into our reality. And now calling people into our reality can also link with the fact that people can help us. We help each other on our journeys, right? And as an example, I remember, the people that I've attracted along my journey have really been a key factor, or a lot of them have been a key factor in helping me manifest my dreams, manifest my goals. And that's because I leaned into the end of where I desired to be, and then naturally my spirit allowed the right people to fall in place on my journey. Now, that's basically the idea behind manifesting specific people. And now when you're dealing with one particular person that you desire to manifest, in order to call them in with ease, you have to understand, you have to look at them through human eyes. You have to know that you're capable of calling them in. You have to know that you're great. You yourself are amazing. And so you can have anything that you desire if you lean into the prayer of the end of your destination. Because how it all unfolds and how these people come into your reality is unbeknownst to you. It's unbeknownst to, you have no clear visual of how they will show up. All you have to lean into is the knowing that they are going to show up. And then naturally they just fall in line with where you're supposed to be, and circumstances and how events unfold happen in such a way that allows you to meet those people in your physical reality. Because now the world has caught up, or whatever magical things are happening behind us, the magical reality that is happening behind us or within us or in our reality, the things that we cannot see nor can we perceive, how those things are playing themselves out is to draw you or is to guide you, and it's to walk you into that space where the person that you need is exactly where you are. Okay, so that's the whole idea behind manifesting a specific person. Now, how I manifested Iman was very unintentional. However, I will say this, the intention behind imagining Homeboy was just to lean into a desire that I had. But it was unintentional. It was not something that, it's not something that I put too much emphasis on. It was just someone that I imagined, felt like I could align with very deeply, connect with very deeply, and then I just let go of that idea. And so it was a very unintentional manifestation. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this episode with you is because a few weeks after, I manifested him twice. Now, the second time that I manifested him, a few weeks after that, I just remember having a dream about him, and it was so vivid. I remember, I don't want to get into the dream, but it was such a vivid dream. It was as if I was there, and weird. And then a week or two after that, now this was in December, a week or two into the new year, a week into the new year, I just remember I was falling asleep, and there was this, I don't know, I was halfway in between falling asleep and being awake, and then a vision, like a visual of him, it was so intense, it was in my mind, and it was almost as if he was sitting right next to me. I was sitting on the couch, and it was almost as if he was sitting right next to me, and it just felt just intensely real. And then a few weeks after that, which is a few days ago, I was minding my own business, watching the TV or looking at the TV, look at me, if that makes sense. And he just popped into my mind, and I was like, okay, I'm going to lean into the inspiration of recording this video because maybe there is some value that I can add to your life that can help you understand that it is easy to manifest and call people into our reality. Now, Iman. So I was on a YouTube account, this specific YouTube account. I don't really use it for watching videos and stuff for personal reasons. But I just remember I was on the page and I saw his face. And I was like, oh, he is cute. I wouldn't mind watching one of his videos. And I clicked on it, watched it, and it was an interview between him and his assistant, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it was a long time ago. And I remember the things that he was saying really resonated with my spirit. They connected to a lot of the things or how I view the world in some sense of the word. How there are traditional things that he was referring to that really did connect with me, and that I was like, okay, if I were to leave a conversation with Homeboy, I would definitely feel fulfilled. I know that I would feel fulfilled. Okay, but before I continue with the story, manifesting specific people is never about the specific person. I just need to point that out. It's more so about the fulfillment of experiencing presence with them. It's more so about the fulfillment of sharing experiences with that person and how you envision the experience might unfold, or the feelings, however, in whichever way it will be fulfilling, based on a feeling, based on just, the shared experience that you have curated with this other specific person. So it's not necessarily about them, but more so about the fulfillment of being in their presence. And yeah, this specific video resonated with my spirit. And that night, before I went to bed, I just remember, as I was falling asleep, I just remember he was lying next to me in my mind's eye. He was lying next to me in bed, but in the most platonic way. He was lying next to me, and I just felt like it was an enriching conversation. Having this conversation with him felt very enriching in my mind's eye. And then I drifted off to sleep, and the next day, out of sight, out of mind, I forgot about him, because I was also knee deep in the middle of exams. Like, this was November, October, November, around there. And I was focusing my attention on what needed my attention at that time, which is my academics, which is graduating, which is Anyway, a few weeks before exams end, this is now before the December starts, one of my friends invites me to her birthday dinner in a city whose name I will not mention, for my safety and for his. But he has like a security detail, so I don't know if it's really that important that I leave out the city. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just not gonna use any city names or the places where we ended up. Just, for the sake of safety. Oh, hold on. It's early in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, fast forward to the dinner.